Now, numbers can have a sense of direction involved in how we interpret them. So when one direction is chosen as positive, then the other is naturally chosen as negative. So with temperature, for example, as you get more positive, then the hotter it gets. But negative temperatures are actually freezing. And we get a similar thing with money. Usually a negative number represents spending or owing money, but positive numbers mean saving or making money. In this lesson, we'll learn to work with numbers that have these directions attached to them. And here's rule number 1, and that is a positive and a negative gives negative. Let's try 5 plus negative 2. This is actually 5 minus 2, which gives us 3. Let me show you why. Now imagine we had a lift that can hold people. We want it to go up in the air, so let's have up as positive and down as negative. Each balloon takes us further up, and there are 5 of those, so for now the lift is at plus 5. Let's see what happens when we add a person. Since we've added some weight to the lift, it dropped down to 4. This is what happens when you add a negative. Your number gets smaller. When we add one more person, the lift drops to 3, and this is how we got 5 plus negative 2, giving us 3. Now, rule number 2 tells us that a negative and a negative gives us positive. Let's try 3 minus negative 2. This gives us 3 plus 2, which is 5. Why? Well, let's head back to the lift. We already know that 5 balloons and 2 persons kept us at 3. If we take a person out of the lift, now we are back at 4. So one way to think of a double negative is that you are removing the negative, and that makes you more positive. So let's remove some more negative, and the lift is back at plus 5. Now there's just one more thing that I'd like to mention. It isn't really a rule, but it is something that many students tend to have an issue with. Okay, so this is important. We have minus 4, minus 2, and this really gives us negative 6. Now it does look like a double negative, but believe me, it is not. The trouble is that the 2 here is actually a positive number. So let's try to reason this out. If we had 6 persons and 2 balloons, that would put the lift at negative 4. Since we are subtracting a positive number, we are taking away positive 2. Then we will cut the balloons. Remember, the balloons were positive numbers. And now we will drop to negative 6, which I really do hope is something safe. Thanks for watching. You can subscribe here if you want to get the latest from the Caribbean Scholar YouTube channel, or if you're ready, you can use the link in the description to hop onto our website and sign up for one of our premium courses.